Hey guys, welcome back to another video. So sorry for the lack of videos. Yes. Sorry. I don't know what else to say, but definitely didn't mean what I said like a week ago that I would be with constant uploads. That was a lie. My whole life's a lie, man. It's crazy, man. I don't even know myself anymore, honestly. But I will. What the promise I can make is definitely, um just being a better person from now on, growing, just trying to make myself better every day. And that comes with realistic expectations from me, which is you're probably gonna get a video like maybe a couple of days of the week, not every day. And yeah. So, anyways, let's get started with today's video. But today we basically were in this basically a choppy day, but you did realize the tapering at the bottom, right? Um, and that's what we had to wait for basically the whole day, essentially, um, to get this potential move up, right? That happened later, like the last 15 minutes of the day, but there was some scalps to take, right? Um, from here, uh, and yeah, so but you just have to notice the tapering. I just had to wait it out today. But um, days like today, maybe you don't want to trade. It's fine, right? Because it is a choppy day, which is tapering at the bottom right here. However, there's also very good opportunities if you look for good risk to reward, right here, and even sometime like right here, right? Same algo. And I'll show you that in the 1 minute, but so you guys go get the entry. But then after we tapered here at the bottom, then we retested this yellow, completed this cup right here, and tomorrow we should either open higher, right? Or if we do open at the same range, we'll build some liquidity here. Left shoulder, some type of head, right shoulder right here, and bounce up, retest yellow, and then test teal up here, right? Close this big cup right here, or even, yeah, so it just depends uh, where the market wants to go and where it opens tomorrow, right? If it opens higher, probably gonna test teal earlier in the day, but if we don't open higher, probably will test teal at the end of the day tomorrow, right? And then from teal, um, after we test teal, break up, right? Retest teal right here, and then keep testing this yellow. So level by level, then from yellow, then we test the teal up here, right? So level by level, take it easy, take it slow. There's still a lot of move left. So today you didn't have to really trade necessarily, um, because it was a choppy day. But you could have also called it a day if you did catch this trade right here, especially right, and this even the second trade right here. But yeah, this trade last 15 minutes of the day. If you wanted to wait, you could have, but if you didn't, that's fine. It's all about knowing market structure, and I'm also gonna make sure this is good for you guys, and I'll draw the lines for you guys. It's how it goes. I mean, all right, so let's start. So this is the tapering, right? That the purple that you saw in the 30-minute, but this is blue in here. It's actually my colors are all mixed up, so I'm gonna like actually zoom this out a little, right? Right. So that's fine. But anyways, so the first trades, like I was saying, it could have been from right, right here, right. You can see the tapering, right, and within this controlled orange buying, left shoulder, head, beautiful right shoulder with the microstructure right here, all the way down, right, with this shift red, right. Hopefully that's shift to red. Okay, that did. Right, all this down to the blue, right, and then again you have this level now, range now, the blue, right. Um, right, so you have this range now, right, the established range where you can pretty accurately get the risk to reward, right, and like another setup, right, shift orange, right, again same trade right here, right, left shoulder, head, right shoulder right here, all the way down again, right. um, So you just have to pay attention to that, and then we retested blue, bounced again from blue, and then we're in this pretty tight range. So really taking a trade would have been risky because we're in the middle of the range. But all you have to notice was that we were tapering at the bottom. The buyers were holding strong. We're just building the liquidity, and we're also purple as well. Let me use that purple, right? So purple, you can see how we're bouncing from purple from here, from here, from here, and here we can be left shoulder, head, right shoulder, left shoulder, head, right shoulder, right here. Beautiful bounce from here. You can see off blue, and then right here, this could be the trade, last trade of the day, right? With the green, right? So I should have remade that. There's so many. Okay, blue, right? I'm just gonna do this, right? Then purple. Okay, so I'll do green. Left shoulder, head, and this right shoulder. There's a microstructure. Left shoulder, head, right shoulder, right here, and then off of blue, there's another right shoulder, right. Beautiful bounce right here with the engulfing candle, and then this strong green buying that activated, right. So that was the last trade, from 574.40 to at least 575. So at least almost a full point, right. And then to get the yellow, so just had to look out for the tapering up top for the yellow. It should have been teal actually, but we'll just say yellow. But yeah, so to short this, you also wanted to see, right, so you wanted to see a better, first of all, the cup close, right, and then the left shoulder, head, and then right shoulder off of teal right here, and then take the short down, right, and then we would have got a better risk to reward as well, if especially with the blue, that would have been right here, right. So you needed to pay attention to these algos, and they were very important, right. So you couldn't really short this until or fully confirm short this until we had that structure, the cup closed and the handle, right. So really couldn't short this without that confirmation, but all we had to pay attention to was noticing that the tapering was happening at the bottom, and the buyers were there at the bottom buying it up, right, just building the liquidity, and the algos that were in control were the blue and purple for the whole day, right. So very important to pay attention to, and then bouncing constantly off of purple, right. Building that liquidity, and then bounced off of blue. So 2 entries, you could have bought it at here, or you could have bought it at here, the bounce of blue, right. So very good entries. And again, if you took these trades right here, right, and you understood the risk to reward at the end of the day, right, you probably wouldn't have stuck this trade out throughout the whole day. You probably would have called it an early day, so you have called the second trade, so you could have been done by 1:30, right. But it depends if you caught those earlier trades. Sometimes we like to set ourselves up, right. So to be honest, if you did see this whole thing going on, you could have set yourself up and then taken this trade at the end of the day very easily, pretty lightly, and with no stress, right. So you could do that. You could be patient and take that one trade and really size up on it, right. Because you understand the market context, you understand the structure, everything in between, right. So anyways, that was me drawing the video, but I showed you guys future scenarios, I believe, right. But let me show you. So left shoulder, head, so we need to like more close this cup right here tomorrow, right. Overall at this 576 level, right, and then form left shoulder, head, right shoulder right here, and then keep pushing up, testing this purple, right, level by level, and you can see that on the 5-minute, right. So first we gotta test the yellow, left shoulder, head, same things that you're gonna see right here, right, and then test teal again. So same thing that you see here will happen here, right. So it's like a repeat of everything, so just be careful. Well, just understand the market context and also the risk to reward, right? Because if you're taking a long from here, right, that's very risky because you have yellow tapering, right? But if you just wait for the cup close, right, even if it closes at teal, right, then we can get some type of left shoulder head, right shoulder off of teal, and then we can have a much better risk to reward. All this, right, reward 2 points, right, 2 points, almost 2 points of reward, right? So with very mitigated risk. So all you have to do is wait for the big moves, right? So and wait for to be calculated and precise, right? Because you don't have to take every opportunity, because every opportunity maybe doesn't give the isn't valuable, right? You might get like in the market, right? You get like 10 like 5 to 10 opportunities, right? But are you going to take every 5 to 10? No, you just wait for the ones that are basically the significant ones, right? And unicorns, if that means like, that's the word I was looking for. But yeah, so just don't rush trades, especially today's. If it was a choppy day, right? So probably would have got chopped out if you try to take long shorts, etc., all over the place, right? Because if you didn't understand the tapering, right, or if you did understand the tapering and you were buying at the bottom, or whatever, or shorting at the bottom, like whatever, um, you're over trading it, right? And what happens to over trading, you tend to chase more and leads to losses. So that's why days like this, you could either, if you get these, if you're able to manage the reward to risk very well, risk to reward very well, then take the trade. But if you don't, then set yourself up and understand the market context, right? Right, for example, right, because we understood the yellow tapering, we were able to understand how to take this trade, right? How to take this trade, left shoulder head, right shoulder off of right here, all the way up, right? Even though it's not that meaningful of a trade, it's still a good setup, if that makes sense. That was supported by structure. But yeah, so pretty much risk free, if that makes sense. But anyways, yeah, that's my point. But I hope to see you guys tomorrow. Sorry for yapping, but sorry for the lack of uploads as well. But I will try my best to get back on it, on a routine, on a grind. Thank you so much. Have a great day. Bye bye.